Welcome back to Witchy Ways for Modern Days. This is your host Brittany from Winslow Naturals, and today's episode is a super exciting one. We are going to begin at the beginning of understanding the zodiac. Not just the beginning of the zodiac wheel, but Aries is truly the beginning of the movement of the wheel itself. Think of Aries as the first breath. It's the first cry, the first light in the darkness as the zodiac wheel comes into existence. So let's step into Aries. Now, before we go placement by placement, because we are going to go through every single one, this is episode 1 of 12 talking about these signs, I want you to feel Aries as an atmosphere first, because Aries is cardinal fire. What does cardinal mean? Cardinal means initiating. The cardinal signs are all about leadership. They lead each of the zodiac polarities. Fire means life force. It means combustion, it's will. Aries is not a sign that waits for anything. Aries doesn't ask for a general consensus, it just acts. It senses, then it acts. Aries is an instinct before analyzing anything. Aries is courage before certainty. It's ruled by Mars, the planet of drive, of heat, of survival, desire. In mythology, Aries is linked to the golden ram that carried Phrixus to safety. That ram was a creature of rescue, of urgency, it was sacrifice. So if we look at it from that perspective, Aries energy is not meant to be subtle. It's the flame that clears space so something new can exist there. Aries is the spark of all the signs. When Aries is strong in a chart, so when you have multiple placements within your chart in Aries, life can feel very immediate, personal, very urgent. You might have a feeling often of, well, I have to do this now. You might have impulsivity, quick burnout. You could have anger that flares fast, then cools just as quickly as it came. Now let's bring Aries into the planets. So this is when I want to have you look at your birth chart, examine where you have Aries in these placements, and definitely at least listen to that part, because that should tell you everything you need to know. Now, when your sun is in Aries, your identity is forged through action, truly. You discover who you are by doing something, not by thinking about doing it. No, by doing it. There's honesty with these type of people. You are not pretenders in the very least. So if you have a sun in Aries, you don't tend to want to strategize, discuss things a lot. You want to just do them. You want to feel very alive. Having the sun in Aries makes you thrive on independence. You might thrive on challenging aspects. And in magic, this is a placement that casts very boldly. So, Sun with Aries, you are great at protection spells. They are very strong for you. Manifestation, if you're trying to do that, will work best for you when it's tied to immediate action. So you can't just light a candle that says manifest if you're an Aries sun. You're going to have to do something at the same time, so you need physical action. The lesson here is ultimately patience, though. You have to learn eventually, in order to be a well-rounded person within your chart, you have to eventually learn that not every battle will require a sword. Your lesson, one of your lessons in this life, will ultimately be about patience and discernment. When your moon is in Aries, and I'm an Aries moon, so I can speak very well on this topic. Your emotions, oh boy, your emotions are fast and they are fiery. You are very reactive. You react quite quickly. You might cool just as fast, but the initial spark of emotion is intense. Safety for you comes through your autonomy, through feeling free to express your anger and your frustration or desire without being shamed for it. Likely, if you are a moon Aries, you're going to feel everything in your body first. Emotion flares in your body as if someone has lit a flame. Lunar magic, if you have a Aries moon, doing lunar magic works best when it will involve movement. So you need to be doing some sort of movement, pacing, dancing, breath, some sort of physical release. Suppressing emotion, bottling it up in the body, is going to be your enemy if you were attempting to do your lunar magic if you're an Aries. If your Mercury is an Aries, you might have a mind that moves very quickly. You speak directly. You might interrupt people, not because you're being rude though, but it's because your mind has this weird sense of urgency. There's courage, there's directness in your communication. You say things other people hesitate to say. Spells involving spoken word, chanting, commanding language, those are going to work quite well for you if you're a Aries with Mercury. The growth edge, what you're going to need to learn with this is going to be listening. Slowing down long enough to consider the effect of your words, not just saying things for the sake of saying them. When you have a Venus in Aries, love is pursuit for you. Attraction is very thrilling. You might enjoy the chase, the spark, chemistry. You probably fall quite fast, but potentially you lose interest if things grow stagnant. If your Venus placement is Aries, you need excitement. You need independence in relationship. If you're doing magic, love magic, attraction spells for you need to feel playful. They need to feel very confident. They don't need to come from a needy or longing place, otherwise they're not going to work very well for you. The lesson for you is going to be learning to stay in a relationship, in a connection, once the fire stabilizes, once it's no longer crazy passionate, once it settles into consistency, that's going to be your hardship. If you have a Mars in Aries, this is Mars home placement in Aries. This is Mars in the wild. This is its domicile, right? So your drive is strong. Anger for you is clean, it's immediate. You're very good at defending yourself instinctively. Protection magic here is powerful and it's forceful. You likely will recover quickly with any conflict, but you might also be someone who creates it unintentionally though. The work for you is going to be about learning strategy over impulse, thinking about doing something before just doing it. It's a great placement, but it does require patience. All right, let's take a quick pause because if you are listening to this podcast, chances are your magic deserves tools that actually meet you where you are. If you aren't already aware, I am part owner of Winslow Naturals, a small family-owned metaphysical shop creating handcrafted ritual oils, candles, sprays, soaks, and spiritual tools, each one made with intention, experience, and deep respect for the craft. These aren't mass-produced products. Every one of our blends is thoughtfully formulated for real-life magic, whether you're working with deities, doing shadow work, calling in abundance, or just protecting your peace in this chaotic world. I also offer personal tarot readings, aura readings, spirit guide confirmations, distance Reiki, and chakra healing sessions, for those of you looking for deeper insight, energetic support, and one-on-one spiritual care. If you're ready to elevate your practice with tools, readings, and healing work from people who truly understand the craft, visit Winslow Naturals at winslownaturals.com or find us on TikTok, where we go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And if it's your first time ordering, you can use code Witchy Ways to get 10% off your first website order. Because your magic deserves to be supported intentionally, ethically, and powerfully. When your Jupiter's in Aries, your expansion, your growth, spiritual, emotional, anything, that's going to come through risk. You're the type of person who has to take a leap of faith. You grow by leaping. Faith is built for you within action. Luck often favors boldness with this placement. So in spell work here, prosperity magic is going to benefit from decisive steps taken immediately after ritual. So you can do like a money spell, some sort of prosperity spell, but take more steps towards that goal. So multi-layered spell work is going to be your best friend if you have an Aries Jupiter. Waiting is going to kill the momentum of your spell work. If you have a Saturn placement in Aries, your lessons are around courage and self-trust. You might have a fear of asserting yourself. Your anger could feel quite blocked or heavy. As you go through your life, as you work on your magic, you're going to kind of be tasked to build bravery. Not reckless action, but like sustainable strength. Magic here is going to require consistency rather than flair. Speaking as a whole with all of these placements, if you have an Aries placement with any sign, patience is a lesson you're going to have to learn in that aspect. So for me, having a Moon Aries, I have to really work on my emotional patience. If you have a Venus one, you're going to have to learn to be very patient with yourself and your partner when it comes to fire, when it comes to attraction, settling. So patience is the key here. Now, if you have a Uranus in Aries, you're going to be rebellious as all hell. I'm sorry. You're going to break rules instinctively. You kind of redefine independence, if we're honest, okay? Innovation for you will come through bold action. If you do ritual here, this sort of placement thrives very well with spontaneous magic, unconventional magic. So you guys are the outliers here. You guys are really cool. That's a placement for me. See, if I had an Aries in Uranus, I'd be way more chaotic than I am. It is a chaotic placement, but you can find something settling here. If you have a Neptune in Aries, your dreams are going to be fueled by passion. You're going to possibly have confusion around anger or your identity. So there's going to be this weird blur between assertion and escapism. So looking at this spiritually, this is a placement that's going to seek transcendence through action. The lesson for you is going to be grounding your inspiration before you charge forward. Again, like I just said, patience is what you're learning in whichever placement we're talking about. When you have a Pluto in Aries, this is really powerful. Transformation for you is volcanic. You might have power struggles centering around independence or autonomy, though. You are not a sign meant to be controlled. But you also have to learn and accept that you can't dominate people. Doing command and compel spells or domination magic, if you are an Aries Pluto, is a recipe for disaster. Don't do it. I recommend, if you're an Aries Pluto, shadow work. Shadow work here is very fierce. It's deeply regenerative, transformational, and healing. Now I want to move into the karmic access, at least touch on it. Didn't know if I was going to do this part, but people are going to look at their birth chart and go, Brittany, you missed these and I don't even know what these mean. All right, I got you. I hear you. North Node, South Node, and Lilith. So let's talk the North Node. If yours says Aries, your soul's growth is going to lie in independence. It's going to be growth within choosing yourself, in risking conflict rather than dissolving into other people, rather than like stepping back and letting other people lead. You might come from past lifetime experiences or maybe early life conditioning in this lifetime where you people pleased a lot, where partnership, companionship was a dominant factor. So your lesson is truly going to be asserting yourself. So that is a lesson you have to learn. If your South Node is Aries, you are comfortable with your independence, but you're perhaps too comfortable. You might be someone who really struggles with compromise. You might default to self-reliance a lot. Your growth is going to be in asking yourself to soften enough to collaborate, to balance self with other. If you have a South Node in Aries, you might be someone who struggles. I'm not saying you won't succeed, but you might struggle lifelong with love. And it's only because partnership is going to feel foreign to you. But this is a lesson that you can learn. You can learn from this and you can prevail over that instinct. And then we're going to arrive at Lilith. People are always like, what the hell is a Lilith? Your Black Moon Lilith represents the untamed, exiled feminine state of the self. It's the part of us that refuses submission. Lilith is the ultimate feminist, right? She stands on her own 2 feet. So when Lilith is in Aries, you're going to have a primal rage instinct around autonomy. This is a placement that does not tolerate control. You do not let other people control you. No ifs, ands, or buts. You could have deep wounds around being silenced or dominated. You might really bristle at being told to calm down. That might be something people really regret saying to you. But there's also a very raw power with having a Lilith Aries. It's the ability to reclaim your instincts, to claim your instincts unapologetically. If we're using magic, Lilith and Aries will fuel fierce boundary work, sexual work, and reclaiming the soul, reclaiming the self-independent energy. And here's the thread to kind of tie this episode together. Aries placements, summary, Aries placements are here not to wait, they're here to begin. The challenge with Aries energy is always going to be in sustaining it. Fire burns bright, but without tending to fire, it can consume itself. So if you have strong Aries placements, your magic must include a ton of grounding. Needs rest. You're going to work on your strategy. Not to dim you, but it is to protect your flame. As we continue moving through each sign in this series, you are going to start to notice how differently each archetype expresses through the same planets. The same Mars that feels like a warrior in Aries is going to feel entirely different once we discuss it in Taurus. The same Venus that chases in Aries will weaken a bit in water signs or intellectualize in air. So next episode, we're going to slow the fire. And then we're going to step into Taurus, which is truly the sign of the builder. It's the body. It's the keeper of value. But for now, The flame on the wheel's been lit. And now we're going to learn how to hold it. I will see you next time, friends. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Blessed be.